Since FaZe Clan went public back in July of 2022, its stock has lost just over 95% of its value. From IPOing at $13 a share, quickly soaring up to $20, and now being a penny stock and nearing bankruptcy, you have to wonder,
what the hell happened here?
First off, if anyone isn't familiar with FaZe Clan, this isn't some shitty random IPO. Although from nerdy and humble beginnings, FaZe Clan has become nothing short of absolutely massive. Created in 2010 as a Call of Duty sniping group, FaZe has risen over the past decade to be the most recognizable organization in video games. And in recent years, FaZe has also expanded into the mainstream youth lifestyle entertainment industry, partnering up with some huge names such as Pitbull, Champion, and a partnership with both Nike and LeBron James. They even had these people who play video games on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Snoop Dogg literally wore a golden FaZe logo chain at his Super Bowl performance. This massive brand recognition and fame was apparent when they announced they were going public.
Here's to an unparalleled future and the future of how Gen Z begins to lead. FaZe up.
No, FaZe the fuck up. FaZe the fuck up.
FaZe Clan, NASDAQ, and yo, Batman, eat it up. We outside.
FaZe's IPO was huge in the esports world, with a $1 billion valuation being thrown around. And then it all quickly went to shit.
What the fuck happened?
Although at first this huge hype train drove the stock to a peak of around $20 per share, because of a few reasons the stock price quickly started to fall, and on January 20th, just 7 months after they went public, the stock price went below $1 per share. Well, what the hell happened? You had this massive brand with a huge outreach go public, and yet its public valuation completely tanks within just a year of going public. In this video, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why FaZe Clan stock died. The big thing with FaZe is their brand and positive reputation. So when controversies come out involving the brand, the company's potential profitability greatly declines. Let's now enjoy ourselves and run through some of these standard controversies that this brand, like many others, have faced. Strap in, boys, because we got a lot in here. We have some racism, misogyny, anti-LGBT, and crypto pump and dumping. Pretty much a wet dream for any media outlet covering controversial stories.
Let us stay for a little bit. What's the big deal?
Let's start first with the crypto pump and dump, which is extremely common among these orgs who have younger fan bases. Basically, these two dickweeds had a crypto coin called Save the Kids. I know, the absolute sleaziness. And were promoting it like hell with FaZe's legitimate reputation backing it. The whole idea was that they promised that some of the proceeds from the coin would be given to a kids charity. And as all of these crypto scams go, it started off great with the price soaring, and then a massive unloading happened and the coin was worth literally 1/10 of a cent. Now the head dickweed in this scam, along with his subordinates, were promptly kicked from the organization, however not without tarnishing the brand's reputation a little more, with the chief dickweed tweeting, "I want you all to know that I had no ill intent promoting any crypto altcoins. I honestly and naively thought we all had a chance to win, which just isn't the case."
I have no knowledge of any of this. This is so bizarre.
Anyways, although FaZe tried to distance themselves from this controversy, it still hurt the brand and made it seem untrustworthy, which is just horrible for a business of their nature. On to the next FaZe Clan slip up. After posting a supportive Pride Month tweet saying Happy Pride Month, one clever Muslim member of FaZe decided it was the apt time to say he completely disagrees or does not support anything LGBTQ or similar, even if FaZe does. Again, pissing off a large portion of your fan base and then doubling down in what you did is going to make it much harder to monetize their attention, which is literally how FaZe makes most of their money. And I'm not saying at all that it was bad that he shared his religious views. He has every right to do that. However, that is going to greatly damage the brand's reputation. Next, we've got a classic N-word slip up being surfaced of a pro Fortnite player. No, wrong game. Yeah, that's the one. Again, member was kicked from the team, profusely apologized. However, this was only after a massive heap of outrage from the gaming community about the clip. So that's another minority group the brand has a controversy with, and yet more problems for the organization. On to the second last controversy. Not even a month after going public, we have this professional Call of Duty team of absolute chads tweeting a photo of the whole team with female filters on and captioning, "How many drinks to take them home?" Well done, boys.
I know. There are no girls with good personalities. Good personality.
The community took this as vicious misogyny, and for a bit everyone was in outrage, until the team apologized. However, a reaction like this is horrible to a brand such as FaZe Clan. Lastly, as I'm in the process of making this video, many notable FaZe members have recently come out and heavily criticized the corporate structure of FaZe and quote-unquote exposed the true nature of the company.
Why, you little... I got you! Go!
Stop! He's already dead.
When the biggest members of the organization are openly flaming the company, the members who bring in much of the revenue, the company as a whole suffers a lot. And I think we're going to see this having a big impact going forward on the brand. Alright, now that we've covered some brand tarnishing controversies, let's look at another reason why the organization's stock has plummeted. FaZe is an esports team at its core, playing professional video games and having prize money being a source of income for the company. With the release of Fortnite and other massive games that created literally millions of dollars in tournament prize winnings and esports teams valued in the tens of millions, investors went giddy for this new craze of professional video game organizations. And FaZe rode this train hard, signing esports teams in multiple different games, giving investors lots of incentive to join in on the fun and not miss out. Recently, however, valuations have been dropping across the board, many esports teams are laying off their staff, and there is an overall loss of investor sentiment in the esports industry's profitability and potential returns. And naturally, with being the leader in this industry, FaZe was hit pretty hard by this, even laying off around 20% of its staff in February. Also, it's very important to mention, even though this isn't the main driver for how FaZe stock is trending, pretty much all stocks are down right now, and investor pessimism is high, so that does contribute greatly, especially with a company that can't guarantee a good ROI. Lastly, let's look at the overall dying investor sentiment for FaZe Clan as a business model, and the concerning fundamentals of the company. Even their owners don't believe in the company, as 92% of the initial stockholders plan to unload their shares once their waiting period was over. I mean, that's extremely concerning. The special purpose acquisition company that FaZe used in their IPO is promoting FaZe as an awesome investment opportunity, while ready themselves to completely get out of their own positions. First off, the company has never been profitable, and it's not looking like it's going to be profitable anytime soon. Because the problem with FaZe's business model isn't the size of their popularity or fan base, as they've got plenty of that. It's monetizing that attention and fan base as a revenue stream. And this isn't just a problem with FaZe, but with esports as a whole, as prize winnings aren't guaranteed and are very competitive. Not only is it all very hard to monetize, but most of the revenue they receive from ads, which is the most fundamental way of monetizing clicks and attention on the internet, is retained by the actual content creators, not FaZe the company itself. Furthermore, when FaZe was private, all of its financial data was, well, private, and so no one really knew the nature of the business and how it was going. So the only thing investors really had to go off was pure speculation. However, once going public and being obligated to disclose all of their statements, it was a pretty scary sight to many investors. Furthermore, to add insult to injury, 71.4 million of FaZe's $100 million backstop commitments defaulted. And as a company with cash problems that heavily relies on external financing, this is pretty bad. And speaking of FaZe Clan's future cash problems, let's now look at the future for the stock. Well, it's not looking too good. Of course, this isn't financial advice, so don't take anything from this video and make investment decisions off of it. But all I'm saying is that a company with shit fundamentals,
Oh God, they're hideous!
which is rapidly being reflected in its stock price, and potential bankruptcy right around the corner, isn't looking too hot. Forbes even projected that FaZe will run out of money before the end of 2023. The company is even facing the possibility of being delisted altogether from the NASDAQ, because it's now essentially a penny stock being worth under $1. On the other hand though, you could be optimistic that the esports industry as a whole will bounce back. Maybe a new big game will come out that shocks the market such as Fortnite did. However, as of right now, that's definitely going to be founded in pure speculation. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed having a laugh at this complete disaster of an IPO, and hopefully learned a little bit about what's going on and how investors are reacting to an unprofitable company in economically uncertain times. If you did enjoy, subscribe to my channel along with sharing it with others you think would enjoy as well. And if you want more right now, watch my video on Nancy Pelosi and her insider trading scandals. Thanks again for watching and have a good rest of your day.